Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Virgo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Virgo, I hope that you're doing well. I'm sorry if I sound a little more nasally than normal. I just had like a total sneezing fit. So if that's something that you've experienced, it's very funny because anytime my mom has a sneezing fit, she always thinks that somebody's talking about her. She's like, stop talking about me. And it's just a funny, I don't know, superstition or what you call it, saying. And that could be something that's resonant for you. Maybe you feel as though somebody's talking about you. I didn't pick that up in general, but Spirit wants me to say it. So here we are. I'm going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The first one from the Wisdom of the Oracle for the overall energy. And at the end, I'm going to read from the book. And debuting this new deck on my channel, the Mindscapes Tarot by John Rice. It's just a really beautiful deck, just came out. Highly recommend. So the cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angel, Spirits, Guides, what messages do you have for Virgo, please? This is for Virgo. Thank you. Number 37, which reduces to a 10, corresponding to the Wheel of Fortune card in the major arcana of the tarot. Jupiter energy. Jupiter energy at the time that I'm doing this reading is in Cancer, where it loves to be. It loves to be in Cancer. Focus on family, focus on the self, self-love especially. And the card is Never Ending Story. So right off the bat, of course, I think of the movie, the book, Never Ending Story, which, you know, I didn't particularly enjoy it, but I'm sure I'm in the vast minority on that. But that could be a movie or a story that you grew up with. I'm noticing a couple things here. There's a mirror right there, and her hands, this kind of fey energy, her hands are kind of on her forehead, a little bit frustrating. Of a pose, looking a little frustrated, looking a little maybe tired. Maybe you've been called by the divine to look at yourself, maybe look at some behaviors that are not serving you, or people that are not for your highest good, or some situation that is not ideal. And it's not simply a matter of kind of eliminating it from your life. Maybe it's even more of a matter of self-reflection, which is always a good thing, right? We can always benefit from some self-reflective natures and being self-aware. There's also this kind of, well, this is like a hourglass, but in the middle, sorry, it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like a compass or a weather vane. And some of the words, yes, love, yes, no, kind of like, you know what it reminds me of actually? It's like when you have a daisy. Did you ever do this when you were younger? You start to pick the petals off. He loves me not. He loves me not. It's kind of feels like that. So I don't know if this has to do with like love or platonic relationship, a relationship of some kind where you're having to look at things in a very down-to-earth kind of truthful way, as opposed to maybe the story that you tell yourself in your head about it, or you know, seeing things as they are, because I'm not communicating it very well. Looking at a situation as it is, looking at a person as they are, as opposed to how you want them to be. And we've all been there, and me especially. It was a real life lesson to start to see things and people as they actually are, and not the idealism or idealistic way as I wanted to see them. I also feel like I'm stuttering a lot, and like my words are not coming out as smoothly as normal. Maybe it's because I just had a sneezing fit. I don't know. But sometimes with the never-ending story, like the idea of that, it's just like cycles of repeat, narratives that you keep reliving, in a certain sense, a kind of karma that you are trying to break away from at this time. So I'm going to get 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier from the tarot, past, present, future, and at the end, pull a card of advice from Spirit. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, 6 cards on the table. Okay, lots of water. Virgo, lots of water. The past energy, we start with the 9 of Tides. 9 of Cups in this deck. 9 of Cups talks about wish fulfillment and healing, but especially in this card, this kind of clipper ship on the sea, a very calm sea, I might add, kind of going towards the light, towards, I mean, this could, in a way, this could look like sunrise or sunset. It's probably sunset, as this card is the minor arcana version of the star card from the major arcana. Major arcana are the first 22 cards of the tarot that are very divinely guided, very heavy energies, very powerful energies. The minor arcana cards talk about all the circumstances and situations that you and I can affect in our material 3D world. So there's something in your past energy that you made happen, that something came true for you, that you not only manifested and moved towards, but that also you became in alignment with, and something came true, something really beautiful. It's clarified by the Page of Tides or the Page of Cups. This offer, this genuine, authentic offer of love, of friendship, of something that you love, feels like an opening here, right? It's like very, it's interesting because in the corner here, it looks like a little sand castle. Sand castles, the idea of sand castles feels very dreamy, fairy tale-like, romantic, right? So I'm really focused on that, and I'm focused on this opening. It's like a doorway, a portal that you've walked through. It was offered to you, and you walked through it. So in your past energy, quite beautiful, quite prosperous. In the present energy, 5 of Branches, 5 of Wands. Now here, it's kind of like we kind of get one thing, which is great, and now we're faced with maybe some challenges. 5 of Branches, 5 of Wands talks about kind of chaos and conflict. But for me, it talks about the inner landscape, the inner chaos and conflict that we may face. Sometimes, right, because life is lifing, when we get our wish fulfillment, we get the thing that we want, and then it becomes like our responsibility. It becomes something that is under our care, and when it becomes under our care, it becomes our responsibility, and then tied to that responsibility might be expectations of other people, of ourselves, and then that can cause a lot of sometimes it can cause some inner turmoil, right? Like, wow, I got the thing that I want, and now I got the thing that I want. It can be a little self-sabotaging, and you want to be kind of careful with that. It's not to say that, like, just because we get the things that we want doesn't mean that we're not going to face challenges, because we do. Like, everything is so multifaceted. And there are things that even a brilliant mastermind such as yourself maybe cannot see for one reason or another. Spirit is showing me, though, King of Tides, King of Cups, Scorpio energy here. Another kind of portal. That this card comes with a lot of emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, right? See how from the page to the king, right? They're page, knight, queen, king. We've elevated. We've gone from this to this. And we can see here, I mean, it's problematic sometimes, the concept of civilizing something makes it better. Which one is better? I think that's a question you might be asking yourself right now. The process of making something with a human touch, right? It complicates it. It changes it into something beautiful, and yet was it not beautiful before? That's very specific. Because I'm thinking of some video I watched. I don't remember the guy's name. I think his name is Zach something. He talks about, you know, he used to be a doctor and now he's kind of an advocate for holistic healing and the environment and everything. And he talks about this, how humanity has strayed so far away from our roots to nature, our connection to nature. And that video popped into my mind as I was looking at these two cards, the dichotomy here. So you could be looking at the offer that was made to you before, beautiful, and maybe you're questioning, what is it that I want to do with this offer? Do I want to create something like this, or am I torn? Do I feel that by up-leveling, I'm actually going to change something and take something away from what it was before? Am I making it better, or am I making it worse? I dare say that you're making it better, but this could be some kind of conflict that you have, whether it's a relationship or a situation, a work situation. Am I making it better, or am I making it worse? And that could just be some of your insecurity too. Gotta be careful with that. It really sucks when our insecurities get the best of us, because we were on such a roll. Like, maybe you were on a roll where you just, like, you had nothing to lose. You were going for the gold. You were going, you know, for that wish fulfillment. And it's almost like you're questioning it now. Like, did I deserve this? Or is it in the right hands with me? Something like that. And I wouldn't be saying it if this card hadn't shown up. I mean, we can see here how, like, the poor trees, what happened? What happened to them? It's all metaphor. It's like what's happening in your brain, in your mind. Can I get a clarifier for the present energy? I mean, because, like, are you able to appreciate what it is that you built? You worked hard on it. A couple of cards flipped out. Yeah, 2 major arcana. Now Spirit's getting involved, okay? The first card was the Lover's card in the reverse, Gemini energy, number 6. How gorgeous that card is. Kind of the garden scene. And the Justice card, number 11 in the major arcana. This is Libra energy. So I'm asking Spirit, you know, kind of, can you explain a little bit further why the hesitation, right? And now Spirit's coming through with, like, real big force with 2 major arcana to clarify. When the Lover's card is in the upright, it talks about not just, it can talk about high-level commitment to a person or to something, but it can also talk about choices, Do we walk up those steps towards our person, towards our goal, towards something that speaks to us? Or do we stay down here where we can see everything and it feels a little bit safer? Like, we know where we are when we're standing down at the bottom. Okay? But if it's a choice point, and when you get the card in reverse, it feels like a choice was already made. We've already made it. And Spirit is saying, this was in the cards, as it were. This was in the karmic plan. The Justice card in the upright talks about balance, beautiful balance, karmic balance. Like things that were established way before this lifetime, right? The halls of justice. This is what I feel when I look at this image, the halls of justice. And that makes me think of the halls of the Akashic records. The Akashic records, that kind of interdimensional storehouse of everything that was and everything that could be, possibilities, learning from our past and our past lives. So this is really intense. It's a lot. It's kind of like saying it, so it is written. That's what Spirit just said. So it is written. So yes, we have control over our life and our circumstances, and I dare say that you made choices in the past. They're coming to fruition right now. So it is written. You wrote it. But I would want to say too, like, there's nothing to be scared of here. Like, you made a choice, okay. You made a choice. We can't turn back time. But what we can acknowledge is that it was meant for us. And it levels out a playing field cosmically. Like any kind of good thing that you're experiencing right now, it levels out a playing field because it's like you paid your dues. That's what I'm feeling from this. We end the reading with another major arcana, number 13, the Death card in reverse. You know, when the creator of this deck, I was watching his process on Instagram, and when he released the image for this card, it was so beautiful to me. You know what it actually reminds me of? It reminds me of a scene from one of my favorite films, Shawshank Redemption. If you have not seen the Shawshank Redemption, just watch it, okay? There's such a quietness to this image that I can almost feel it, like I can almost step into this. But we can see here, it's like the remnants of war, right? Of kind of ghosts from the past, putting things to rest. You got this card in reverse for the future potential, that there's still some cycles that need to be closed out, right? And I think you know this with the 8 of Spires or the 8 of Swords, clarifying it. Anxiety, analysis paralysis. How do we overcome the hurdles that look to be ahead of us? Right? How do we overcome, how can we close this out for ourselves? And so that we can just like put some things to rest and move on. Because it's reminding me of those cycles of repeat, those narratives. This is beautiful. This is your advice from Spirit. Number 0 of the major arcana, the Fool. The Fool starts the tarot. It's the Fool's journey. Taking risks. Being brave and courageous for ourselves, right? You did it once. I'm going to say this to you. You see the Clipper ship? You did it once already. You made some dreams come true. And Spirit's saying, do it again. Do it again. Let's read from the book number 37, The Never-Ending Story. Self-criticism, the wounded ego, unnecessary dramas. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt, loss, rejection, humiliation, self-loathing, and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It's the old story whose refrain is that you cannot do this, must not go there, should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of this is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you and needs to be seen. Oh wait, excuse me. The voice you hear is a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, wants to protect you, and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost a piece of you. Fear is all it knows. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. So it's saying, just don't let that story define who you are. Where is it? The Justice card is here to bring things into balance. So allow it to happen and accept these good things that are showing up here. I see it everywhere. Take the risk again. You're worth it. So that's your reading, Virgo. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Virgo.